Friends from Good Humans, 268 Inc., an organization committed to build a cleaner, greener, and sustainable Antigua and Barbuda. So we have with us Joshua Francis, the president, and she's here to talk about the latest initiative. As I said, we had a conversation the last time, broke down some numbers, had me pulling out my calculator, and now I think she ran a survey. I see you have a booklet in front of you.
So I want to change two of our laws. I want to change the law. You know, you ran the numbers the last time, and we're now collecting baseline data. So I need you to scan the QR code, and then after you scan the QR code...
Every time you come here, some kind of exercise to me.
Scan the QR code.
Scan the
and tell the people when you scan the QR code, what happens?
Well, first we see Google Docs, so that means some kind of document going to pop up. Waste management survey, consumer feedback and payment towards waste management.
What the question says, Steve?
Do you think those who generate waste should help pay to manage it? Yes.
And you answer yes or no, and then click your answer.
Okay, let me click my answer.
And then what happens? That's it.
Oh, sorry, no, it's an email required. Put me email.
So we're also collecting your email. So you see, just as you scanned it, that is what we're hoping to accomplish across the island. We're going to be going to the different businesses. We're going to be in St. John's, and we just want individuals to answer. One question. One single question, Steve.
I thought when you say submit.
Done. That's it.
Easy.
And what we're hoping to do, as we ran the calculations the last time, we now need to get a greater feedback from the public to find out how they're thinking about waste. Because remember, we said the last time, people are not really thinking about waste. So we now need to know.
Once we get rid of it, that's it.
So we now need to get you thinking, do you think you should pay for waste? And once we collect your emails, and we're hoping, I come on this show and I always have these ambitious goals. I want us to get 60,000 responses. And the number isn't random. Based on our population, we have 100,000 people. So that means you need a little bit more than half, so you know how to approach the population. Because if the majority of people are saying no, that means we need to do heavy education. However, if we have only a few people saying no, the education component becomes a bit easier.
But why do you choose this simple approach, though? That's the one question. Why did you choose this?
Because waste is complicated, people tired and overwhelmed, and what you need to do is have a quick in and out conversation with somebody. And after that quick in and out, we can always come back and we can do several consultations and we can do several things afterwards. But in the initial interim, for someone who's never even thought about waste, you want to get them thinking, do you think you should pay for your waste? And after that, we're going to be able to develop a plan. And the plan is going to be different for a 4-year-old, a 14-year-old, a 24-year-old, and a 40-year-old.
Now, why do you think, what are some of the biggest waste management challenges we're facing here in Antigua and Barbuda? So, we ask that question all the time. I want to get the answer, but it's the same answer, or every time you come here, the answer change, we're doing it.
We've seen it. We've had 4 landfill fires and an oil spill. And yesterday, I think if you... On Facebook, there was a viral post. A girl went to the beach and there was sewage being let go in the seawater.
Right here in Antigua?
Right here in Antigua.
Remember, I was busy yesterday. So
you won't see it. So right here in Antigua and Barbuda. So the issue is waste needs to be managed, and I'm not. So I want people to think it's not about recycling. It's about how waste is managed. So we're talking about your glass. We're talking about your plastic. We're talking about your wastewater. We're talking about what happens to your food scraps. We need an educated society to ensure that what is happening at Cook's 4 landfill fires and an oil spill next year, while we're not looking for perfection, we can begin the process of changing legislation. Dominica has actually implemented a start from the source. Remember, I told you to run the figures. So Dominica is actually implementing it right now. So they're in the process of getting it on the ground. It's already happening in St. Kitts. It's already happening in Barbados. It's happening internationally. And just like you ran the figures, Steve, let's say hypothetically we're able to convince Cabinet to change legislation for January next year. While we do not have the bins and we do not have a structured system in place, if from January to December of next year, 2027, we collect that $45, we collect that 16 mil. That means in 2028, we now have enough money to buy the bins for households. So the whole of next year, we would spend it educating people. 2028, we would have money to buy bins. 2029, we would be able to improve the infrastructure. The idea even for this survey, and when we talk about waste management, isn't an overnight fix. We're talking about a 10-year plan to change how waste is managed.
Why is it we get confused when you talk about waste management, we think of recycling?
Because we've been heavily focused on recycling, and we assume that recycling is the only part of it. Hence, education is important. For waste management to work, hence we need money, we need a big educational campaign, we need bins and machinery, and then we need a final output. All three must work together. If we're not educated, even if we buy all of the machines and all of the bins, we're not going to use the bins correctly. Even if we're educated and we have all the bins, however, we don't have a final output, that means we're not solving the problem. We need all three for it to work, and we need money. But outside of the money that you calculated the last time, we need to do a survey. We need to get in the input from individuals.
And how do you plan to get this survey out to the wider community?
I am begging people to share it in their WhatsApp communities, in their family chats, in their group chats. We have it on our social media, so I've blasted it across social media. And the idea now is I'm hoping that businesses will share it with all of their staff. Any group chat that you're a part of, share it. It's literally going to take you saw Steve do it.
3 to 4 seconds.
It's not going to take anything off of you. Scan the QR code, and it's one question. We're collecting the emails, because the emails are also how we're going to eventually get out additional information to you. We as a nation must change the way how we manage waste, and for us, from that 16 million that we can probably generate from households, we're going to be able to give individuals with disabilities jobs.
So you don't start share this already?
Yes.
Okay, you need to reshare it again then. But before we do anything else, before we go, what message would you like to share with those who think that that one person opinion or action won't make a difference? Because somebody, I just share one, the good humans alone, and you know how we are when you're ready. You know how we are when you're ready. You know?
So I would say Antigua belongs to all of us. And what future do you want for Antigua and Barbuda? It's our waste, it's our problem, it's not a government thing. Steve, you have a responsibility, I have a responsibility. You have children, I have a son. What kind of Antigua are we leaving for them? 4 landfill fires and an oil spill this year. And can you imagine what happens with Carnival? Lots of construction happening, and we keep sending everything to the landfill. I am hoping that every FET promoter, every business owner, reach out to us. Our number is 789-GOOD, info@goodhumans268.org. We're on social media. We're willing to come in and have a conversation with you on how we, not good humans, we as a body can manage waste better on island.
Well, Joshua, as I said, we share the information. Let's get them out in all the different groups that you have on WhatsApp. Let's get them out on social media.
Let me beg on text message and digital and text message.
Well, then you do what you have to do. Do what you have to do to get it out. 60,000 plus we're looking for, right?
Yes.
All right, I'm just one in the basket just a while ago. Okay? And you make sure you get 1 or 2 inside here now. It's just like, guys, it's like 3 seconds like a prostate exam. It take long.
I miss.
Yeah.
I miss.
But it's important.
It is important.
Okay. So
scan the QR code.
Yes.
We will be on the grounds. We want to get 60,000 responses. And the reason for 60,000 responses, because that's just about more than half of the population. And in order for you to do any real data study, you need a subsection of the population. But for us, we want to know, how is the majority of Antiguans and Barbudans thinking about waste?
Listen, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Joshua Ned Francis, the president for Good Humans 268 Incorporated. And let me tell you, scan the QR code. Scan the QR code. 1 question, 3 seconds. Just like on prostate exam. Stay with us, we'll be right back.